I have realized the full extent of the David Bowie sign that I received when praying and asking for confirmation about these times. His birthday is 1/8, the end of the 2300 day period from 9/23/2015 to 1/8/22, 2300 days. Hi guys, I just wanted to show you something just so astounding. It's just more proof of the time that we're living in, more proof that the pit opened, just proof. So I put here 9/23/15, pit was open. If you go 2300 days, that takes you to 1/8/22, which I believe is when the Manchild is born. Hi, I just wanted to show you this, to kind of give validation of what I'm about to show you. About to give birth, Madonna. Madonna is basically the woman. Here, let's look it up. The Virgin Mary. Okay, so Mary, the woman, is about to give birth. Madonna poses with her legs open. She just says she's an exhibitionist. Okay, so this is true. This is about to happen. The man-child is about to be born, and I have proof. September 23, 2015. Obama opens the pit. It requires a 2300 day period for the temple to be cleansed. If you have not seen my last two videos, it would be a good time to go ahead and watch those first, because you need to understand this. The codes for the date, September 23, 2015, spelled out in many ways in gematria that Obama threw the starry host down and trampled on it on September 23, 2015. Because of that, there was a 2300 day requirement for the temple to be reconsecrated or cleansed, bringing us to 1/8/2022 or 1/9/2022. Okay. 9/23/15 to 2/12/19. Remember, Obama's portrait was 2/12/18. So he was symbolizing. They do that. They go forward a year or behind a year. 2019 was the war in heaven. 2019, 1789, War in Heaven, 1789. 12/19 to 19, The Beast of the Abyss, 1063. Do you want to know what happened? Michael the Archangel, rise, pit. Malak, which is angel, defeat, death, hell, 1061. Gematria. Death and hell were defeated. Michael the Archangel, rise, pit. Malak, defeat, death, hell. 1061. That code, 1061, is 1061 days from the date of the war in heaven to 12/19. So, Michael defeats hell. He arises, time of trouble, January 8th. So at 2/12/19 to 1/8, death and hell are defeated. Michael rises out of the pit. Okay, and he is king. Malak means king. So first of all, 2015 equals war in heaven. February 12th is the date that I have. February 12th, Satan, legion, cast down from heaven, earth. Satan, legion, cast down, heaven, earth. 2504. February 12, 2019, 4293. And that's why Satan Legion casts down heaven, earth, war in heaven. 4293 equals February 12th, 2019. The codes in between the time frames tell you what will happen at the end of the code, okay? 21219 to 1822. Michael the archangel rise pit. And at that time shall Michael stand up. The word is arise, and it's also the same word for like a resurrection. The great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. This is the birth of Michael, the God child, man-child of God, who is to rule the nations with an iron rod. January 8th, 22. Okay, so Michael will arise. Unto him shall the gathering of the people be. God Michael, your dead will live, their corpses will rise. 5599. January 8th, 2022. 5599. So he arises and we go with him. Or you're left here on the Great Tribulation. God. I'll show you more about Michael and January 8th. First of all, 8th equals God Michael. 8th is the 2300 day. So 8th equals God Michael 137. 8th, January 8th equals, unto him shall the gathering of the people be. God Michael 1459. January 8th, 1459. 21219 to 1822. Michael the archangel rise pit. Malach, which is king, defeat death hell. 1061. Look at it yourself. Michael the archangel rise pit. King, defeat hell, death. 1061. We have that. Remember, I told you 21219. So war in heaven. I just showed you the scripture for that. February 12, 2019, 4293. What happened on that day? Satan Legion cast down heaven, earth. 2054. That equals February 12th. 2504. So the entire code equals February 12th. And then what happened? War in heaven. Satan, Legion, cast down heaven, earth. And that is the code that is from 21219 to 1822, 1061 days. That equals the date. Just like September 23rd date was extremely revealing as to what happened, so is this. And then this is what we can expect at the end of this time period. On 1/8/22, Michael the archangel will arise, and there will be a time of trouble. 1061 equals Michael the archangel rise pit time trial. So 1/8 starts the time of trial. Okay, so this is the war in heaven. The end result is Michael the archangel rise out of the pit as king, defeat death, hell. All the gematria is in here. You can look at it yourself. It all matches exactly. And then symbolically, we also have with child. So now the woman is with child because Satan has been defeated. And she gets all of mankind's children back and will give birth on 1/8/22. When you see all of this stuff, it's going to make more sense now, because you'll realize what happened. So on 2/12/19 is the point when the woman is with child. With child, 1061 days to 1/8/22. The code goes like this. Obama opens the pit, 9/23/15. Guess what he did? 2015. He committed the unforgivable sin in 2015. Okay. Okay, it took 2,300 days to cleanse the temple from that, from committing the unforgivable sin. Just the blasphemy, something he did with CERN. So we have 9/23/15 to 2/12/19. We have God's divine queen, 12:38. And then 2/12/19 to 1/8/22 with child. So God's divine queen with child. You have to understand this is happening spiritually. Satan's kingdom is being toppled down spiritually, okay? But we will see the kingdom physically at one point. So, 9/23/15, 2/12/19, God's divine queen, 12:38. Look at the date, 1/8/22, with child. So, God's divine queen with child. It's 2299 days. There is the gematria for it, 2299. That is 9/23/15 to 1/8/22. About to give birth, Virgin Mary. Madonna means Virgin Mary. They said she was 63. It's a little crazy, right? Okay, so the reason why they coded 63 is because 5th of November, you remember that sign, the David Bowie sign? 5th of November. So look at how circular all of this is. That's the reason why they did 63. Okay. So Guy Fawkes is 1105, right? And that it's 65 days to 1/8/22. I'll show you. So that warning we got, okay, 65 days to 1/8 or 1/9, okay? So 11/5 is Guy Fawkes Day. And see, we see here 65 coded. The reason why they did this is because it's part 5th of November, 65 days to Guy Fawkes Day, okay? 65 to 1/8. This is my vision. My vision was, I prayed, I saw a vision of David Bowie. Guess what David Bowie also means? Divine birth, David. Okay. Now, this equals, remember, the 5th of November. I received a vision. I prayed, Lord, why am I seeing 11:5 so much? Is there something to this? Why are they coding this number? I instantly received a very clear vision of David Bowie in my head. Remember, the 5th of November. That is Guy Fawkes Day. So intrinsically, Guy Fawkes Day is linked to 1/8, 65 days, and Guy Fawkes equals. That's why she put the 63 in there. They're very good at this coding. Because why? Okay, so Guy Fawkes is 1619. 65 is 1619. 11:5 sign to 1/8 is 65 days. That takes us back to the David Bowie sign that I saw. His birthday is January 8th. Okay? January 8th. So I saw a vision of David Bowie in my head when asking about 11:5. Why? Because David, divine birth, what I'm about to show you. Remember, the 5th of November. Okay? 5th of November is 65 days to 1/8/22. And then it's Guy Fawkes Day. That's why, finally revealed. Guy Fawkes equals 65. So it's all circular, but it's telling the same story. Because David Bowie's birthday equals January 8th, okay? Which is 65 days from 11:5, which I got the warning about, which I prayed, and I saw a vision of David Bowie in my head. But really, divine birth of David is what we're talking about. I am going to show you that the birth of the man-child is 1/8 or 1/9. Into a circle so you understand it. David, divine birth. 1684, David Bowie. Remember, the 5th of November. They put the article of Madonna and said she was 63. 63 equals 5th of November. Go back. David, divine birth. Remember, the 5th of November. David Bowie. Okay. So, then I saw that there are 65 days in between 11:5, which 65 equals Guy Fawkes Day anywhere. Look, 1619, 65 equals Guy Fawkes Day. 11:5 is 65 to David Bowie's birthday, 1/8, which also equals divine child or divine birth, David. David Bowie equals divine birth. David equals January 8, Messiah. David Bowie's birthday is January 8. Madonna, they put in the article that she's 63 because 63 equals 5th of November, which is 65 days to 1/8, which is in the gematria of David Bowie. Remember, the 5th of November, his birthday's, so it was all about January 8th. David Bowie equals divine birth, David. David Bowie's birthday, January 8th. January 8th is the 23rd day from 9/23/15. What about the 923 sign? 923, a woman clothed with the sun, a crown of 12 stars, and the moon at her feet. Remember that huge sign? It happened once in 2,000 years or something. Hadn't happened since. Anyway, it was just astounding. So that was 9/23/17. All right. So that is 1538 days. Okay, so let's add that right now. 1538 days to 1/8/22. And here we find this code. 1568, that's a typo. God's divine queen, sun. Cool, huh? This is so awesome. Okay, because she's clothed with the sun, and that was part of what we saw, the symbolism for 9/23/17. And there's more in it too. So 1538 days takes us to 68. 68 days, 1568, God's divine queen, sun. That's where we have that code. 1568, God's divine queen, sun. S-U-N. So now here is where it gets a little weird, but I'm sure it will resolve. Okay. 9/23/15 to 9/23/17. Let's figure that out now. 9. Okay, so 731. And then in that code, we find moon at her feet. We clothed, moon at her feet, and Abba babe, Abba child. Okay, this part I'm sure it's going to resolve. It seems a little mysterious right now. So we see this. Let's put this over there so we can see it. Clothed and moon at her feet. So clothed with the sun and the moon at her feet. Clothed, moon, and moon at her feet. Abba babe. That will resolve. It seems a little mysterious right now, but we're going to figure it out. So now we have the sign filling out 9/23/15 to 1/8/22. God's divine queen, sun, clothed and moon at her feet. 1568, mankind crown of stars. So her crown is mankind, she's going to birth the man-child that will rule all nations with a rod of iron. Okay, so 9/23/17 to 1/8/22, we find mankind crown stars. Okay, so we also have 9/23/15, 2300 days. We have God, Son, Jesus, crown. So crown, Jesus, God, Son, 2299. This is just incredible. All of the codes are there, okay? 2299. Again, and then what is that? That's September 23 to the day of the sign I was given, which is January 8. Just incredible, incredible. So now we know mankind is her crown of stars. And also Jesus, God's Son, is crowned, 2299. on 1/8/22. 23:15, 9/23/17. Obama opened the pit. 731 days. That equals this code. Clothed and moon at her feet. Abba, babe. You know Abba as father. So his babe. And then we have God's divine queen, son, 9/23/17 to 1/8/2022. All the words are there. So the sun, clothed with the sun, moon at her feet. So this is going to blow you away, as it did me. Just completely blew me away. 9/23/17. Let's read that. A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. First of all, that's what this time span is about. 9/23/15 to 1/8/22 is 2299 days. It equals God's divine queen with child. 2/12/19 to 1/8/22 is with child. And then God's divine queen is 9/23/15 to 2/12/19. So 9/23/17 to 2/12/19. Okay, and remember, Obama did his portrait on 2/12/18, okay? So he did highlight the importance of that. I couldn't figure it out, but it was a year off. What the stuff I had been calculating. That's why I couldn't figure it out. So what is 507? This is why they called. So you guys know what this means. I'm going to put it backwards. Anarok. Look at this. I just don't even want it to get pulled over this. You guys know what that means, right? It means crown. We all know that. Okay, there you go. It's right there. Crown. It's going to blow you away. I'm just going to do it backwards. Anarok. Star. That period is 507 days. So Anarok star is 495. 495 minus 507 equals 12. So 9/23 sign to War in Heaven date 2/12/19 equals 507. That equals Anarok star and then plus 12. So it's crown of 12 stars. DEC equals 12, so they put that in a lot when it's standing for this code. Crown of 12 stars. That's why they named it this. So 507 minus 495. 12. So now we know that the 507 that's where the crown of 12 stars, because Anarok, it means crown. Okay? You know what, that's just, it's backwards. Anarok star equals 495 plus 12 equals 507. She's with child, 2/12/19 to 1/8/22 with child. 1061 days. 1061 equals with child. So we have clothed and moon at her feet, Abba babe, from 9/23/15, 9/23/17. Okay, and then we have God's divine queen son, 1568 from 9/23/17 to 1/8/22. And then right here, we have Anaroch star plus 12 equals 507. Whole amazing code at once. 2301 92315 to 19 or 11022. I am clothed, sun, moon, feet, crown, 12 stars is what that means exactly. Rule nations, iron rod. 2301. 21219. She's with child up until 1/8/22. The entire code, God's Divine Queen with Child, 2299 from 92315 to 1/8/22, which is why I got the vision. Mankind is her crown of stars, 1568, 92317, 1/8/22. Mankind, crown, stars. So God's Divine Queen with Child. Now we have something else that's amazing. Plus 2301 days. So the temple had to be cleansed. Daniel said 2300 days. So 2300 days, 2301, I'm sorry. The divine child born escape by rapture. 2301. What date was that? 1922, 2301 days. God's Divine Queen with Child. 2299. September 2315 to 1/8/22. God's Divine Queen with a child. January 9. The Divine Child born escape by rapture. 2301. 92315. The code ends 1922. From 21219 to 1/8/22 is a total of 1061 days. 1061 is very revealing in the sense of what happens with Micheal. Micheal will rise from the pit, and then there will be a time of trouble. And at that time, Micheal, the great prince who stands watch over your people, will rise up. There will be a time of distress, the likes of which not occurred from the beginning of nations until that time. But at that time, your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. And many who sleep in the dust of the earth will awake, some to everlasting life, but others to shame and everlasting contempt. Is this 1/8? Is this when the dead come awake for the judgment? Is that why we've been seeing all of these zombie movies? I don't know. Anyway, so he said he would arise. But let's go look at the interlinear. What does arise actually mean? Shall stand up. The word is this. Ya'amod. And let's find the number. 5975. Let's look. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Ahmad. Okay, so the word can also mean, here, arose, arisen, arisen. From where? The grave? Resurrection? Arose, rose. He rose up. So 212, okay, so we have from 9/23/2015, we have 1238, which equals Micheal, who is like God. Okay. Okay. Then we have 21219. Now, you guys remember Obama's portrait on 21218? So we do know that they mark out important dates a year after or before They're not going to code that exact year sometimes because it makes it really obvious, and then people will figure this stuff out. But I figured it out. Here it is, 2/12/19. Micheal rose from the pit. Pit. You want to know why? So 1061 is the code from 2/12/19 to 1/8/22. It equals 1061. Within this code of 1061, we find Micheal, the archangel, rise, pit, time of trial. Okay, so he rose from the pit, and now it's time of trial. This codes end on 1/8/22, so we can assume that that is most likely the date that we can expect these things to happen, when the time of trial starts and when his people are delivered, everyone written in the book. God's divine queen with a child. She is pregnant. 2,300 days from 9/23/15 to 1/8/22. I mean, can they be any more like blatant while people are sleeping? About to give birth. Yeah, the woman is about to give birth. She's about to give birth. Let's see, what day is it? December 28th, and she's going to give birth on the 8th, I believe. So let's go look. Let's check it out together. This is the code that they used exactly. Okay, so I've been working on this, and a lot of times they do cover their codes of things that I'm working on. About to give birth. Okay. Just about to give birth, 1164. God's wrath on America, 1164. But it also equals 1459. Guess what? January 8th equals 1459. I was just working on this project. So January 8th, chosen, saved by God. And then we have birth date. Who's the birth date of? Manchild, Venus, birthday. That's why I think it's this, is, which happens to be the end of the 2300 day count from 9/23/2015. 2300 days. So my chart here says that God's divine queen with child is 2300. So we have 9/23/15 to 2/12/19. Micheal, who is like God, is coded into that. Also, 1238 days. 1238 equals God's divine queen. And then 2/12/19 to Manchild birth, 1061 days. And she's with child. Okay? Also, we have coded into this time frame 1061. Micheal the archangel, rise, pit, and time of trial, all equaling 1061. Okay? This is a mistake. dealing with too many numbers here, you guys. So God's divine queen with child. Then we have the gematria says that this is the birth date. Manchild, Venus, birth date, 1459. 1459. There you go. So now I'm going to start talking to you about all of the crazy David Bowie connections, okay? I had a David Bowie vision in late October when asking about 11/5/21. I had been seeing 11/5. The vision goes extremely deep. Now would be a good time to talk about the fall of America. This is the date of the man-child Venus. We have January 8th, 1459. We have man-child Venus, birth date 1459. It is also the date for God's wrath on America. Let's add that to the chart. January 8th or 9th. It looks to me like it's 8th. There we go. Remember, January 8th equals God's wrath on America. Now we're going to talk about my David Bowie vision. I have figured out why I was given that vision. So they code things before something happens. Running in late October, like the first few days of November, I kept seeing 11/5, 11/5, 11/5. I prayed about it. I said, Lord, should I go ahead and warn about this? You know, I don't want to scare people. Should I go ahead? And he said, yes, go ahead, because he gave me a picture of David Bowie's face, very clear as day, a vision in my head. So his name is 1684. And strangely, it equals remember the 5th of November. And that's what I was asking about. I said, should I warn about the 5th of November? Then he gives me a person whose gematria involved with this whole thing equals his name. David Bowie equals remember the 5th of November. Okay, so there's a couple things here. So 11/5 is what? It's Guy Fawkes Day. Okay? Okay, so 1619 is the gematria we have for that. 65 equals Guy Fawkes Day. So if we count 65 from the warning I received was for that date to 1/8/22 is, including the end date, is 65 days. You guys, we're looking at 1/8 and 1/9. We don't know if the end date is supposed to be inclusive or not. Give or take one day. It's hard to say. So do you see how all of that links together? Because remember the 5th of November is a saying from Guy Fawkes Day, I believe. And then, but even more mind-blowing is the fact that Guy Fawkes equals 1619, as does 65. Guy Fawkes Day is 11/5. 11/5 is 65 days to January 8th. Remember the 5th of November equals David Bowie. And David Bowie's birth is January 8th, which is 65 days from 11/5. It's all circular. 11/5 David Bowie warning points to his birthday, and that is January 8th. That was what the warning was about. This is the exact same picture that I saw in my head of him at this age, in this turtleneck. I don't know why I had to see the same, like, that's really weird to me. But that's what I saw in my head, that same angle of his face. And so my subscriber just told me that his birthday was January 8th, and my jaw almost fell on the floor. Because that is the end of the 2300 day count. So God's divine queen with child, 2300 days. Divine queen gives birth to 248. January 10th, Son of Promise. 2248. Then you look down here and you find woman in Book of Revelation. So look at this, 2301, that would be on January 10th, would be 2301 days from 9/23/2015. So that is a total of 2301 days. 2301. So we look down here, we find the divine child born of Shavuot. Okay, there are codes within codes in here. The divine child, eat me 7 seals. So the divine child is born. The 7 seals are, remember that's the little book that had to be eaten. So it's here. So 7th seal, eat me, is equal to that part, Kareen, and then you find eat me. There's a book with 7 seals that John eats. Okay, eat me, we just passed it. Okay, the divine child born, eat me, 7th seal, 2301. We also have 2301, the divine child born, escape by the rapture. The child is born and is raptured. That date is equivalent to January 10th. January 10th is day 2301 from 9/23/2015. So the 10th is day 2301. Now look at what we see for January 9. So the child escapes on the 10th. January 9, which is 2300 days. January 9, 1416. What did that say? Micheal, Manchild, God was born. God was born a man, child, Micheal, a man-child, God was born. Whatever combination you want to put it. But the man-child is Micheal and was born a man, January 9th. This is what's been decoded for January 9, 2022. So 5554. This is different combinations of words. Sad rapture, kids of sinners. Okay, parents sad. Rapture of sinner kids left behind. Reward open, 7 seals, book of life in the sky. Here, I shall sit at the right hand of God. Rapture kids of sinner parents. Open 7 seals. The book, resurrection. All right, put that any way you want to. The 7 seals are open. I am sits at the right hand of God. The reward is to open the 7 seals and the book. Rapture kids of sinner parents. They're sad. They got left behind. 5554. That equals January 9, 2022. This also equals that. Second coming, rapture, resurrection, God, Son, David, King David shall sit at the right hand of God, open 7 seals, devilish, left behind. So devilish ones, who are they? These are the ones left behind. Reptilian elite, baby eating. Reptilian baby eating elites get left behind. I think if you've taken the Devoke Enicav, you're going to be left behind. I'm very sorry. Okay, so these are the words that were all hidden within January 9, 2022. Rapture, resurrection. God's Son, King David, shall sit at the right hand of God, opens 7 seals. Devilish left behind. 5554 equals January 9, 2022. This is a big warning for that date. There's something going on with January 8, with encoded in that one vision. There was so many details. This is why I asked the Lord to speak to me in Gematria. This is why I pay attention to what he says in Gematria. Because really the alphabet is his word. Everything is his word. So some more on. It gets kind of scary, so hold on. Okay, I just want to say I have been wrong, several times before in the past. I've never said I have a perfect record. I, like others, have been watching intensely, knowing this is the time of the end, and trying to figure out the numbers in Daniel's prophecy. This is looking very promising, though, okay? 2,300 days. I found gematria that proves that Barak opened the abyss. I will link those videos for you to watch. And so if he did open the abyss, it would take 2,300 days for the temple to be cleaned. And then if it was cleansed, then what happens after that? Are we allowed back in heaven? January 8, 2022 is 5589. And then look at this. Let their own eyes see their destruction. Let them drink the cup of the wrath of the Almighty. 5589. That equals the date spelled out January 8, 2022.